Our past is alive in our old buildings. They speak of our history and offer solid solutions for today's housing needs. I'm following restorers as they battle through the good, the bad, and the awful challenges of rebuilding ruins to create homes fit for the future. At the southernmost tip of County Carlow, on the high slopes of the valley of the River Barrow, a collection of ivy-infested walls on either side of a field marks the last trace of a long-abandoned farmstead. He grew up just next door, but now graphic design lecturer Tommy MacDonald, his partner, primary school teacher Emily Lewis, and their dog Logan are renting nearby. They have a big dream. With no building experience whatsoever, they want to DIY fix up these roofless ruins as their home.
I do have an emotional attachment to the buildings. We grew up here as kids and we would have been playing in all the buildings, and my uncles would have farmed the land here and we would have been in and out driving sheep and cattle with them. It's nice to try build back up the land that I would have grown up on.
When I first met Tommy, he told me about this place. It's always been on his cards and I loved it as well. I'm from Wales originally. My parents came to visit it and they said, oh, this is exactly like home. I'm from a house with beautiful stonework, so that's one thing I wanted for my home.
It's March 2023, and Emily and Tommy are meeting me to share their plans. They've cleared away decades of briars, but for now, their future home is just a field with a few extra walls. You're going to make this into your delicious home?
Yeah.
It hasn't been lived in over 100 years anyway, as you can see.
So you grew up here, played here, you had the orchard to nick the apples. How much did you pay for the property?
45
Right.
for the site.
And a bit of land, so a couple of acres.
So it's 0.7 of an acre for the whole thing, yeah.
Great. And you're in the process of planning?
We got planning.
Oh, you got planning?
We've approved
Yeah.
planning, yeah.
Well done.
At
That's a
last,
great
yay.
start. So when I walk up here, what am I going to be met with?
You're going to be met with a very modern new build that's going to be really white and clean and to match.
What colour?
White.
Yeah, we'll discuss that.
We chose timber frame because it's something I'd probably be able to do and we'll save a bit of money on.
So you're a bit of a carpenter?
Try to be.
Watch a few YouTube clips and then
I'll pick
you
it up.
manage it.
Yeah.
As well as restoring the ruins, without any relevant experience, Tommy and Emily plan to construct a large modern timber frame building linking them. What size is the house when it's finished?
2,000 square feet.
Big house.
Yeah, fairly
It's a
big
big house.
Yeah.
And the great big question, what's the budget?
320 including the price of the site.
But we don't want to spend them.
The site cost €45,000, which they bought with savings, leaving €275,000 of a mortgage to spend. But they aim to finish for less. OK, so you're going to have to phase it. This is $500,000 on a good day. Plus, 2,000 square feet is €500,000 today.
I think the price he said it might cost did kind of shock us a bit, but not too much because we know that we were really scraping with what we had already. So
Tommy and Emily are hoping to spend just €275,000 on their 185 square metre future home. But as well as restoring and re-roofing the 6 crumbling structures, they aim to construct a whole new wing linking them. An entrance hall near the old gate will open onto a generous kitchen living area with a large window framing the valley views. A utility, plant room and spare room will also be new built, as well as a corridor linking a wardrobe, ensuite and main bedroom within the old walls. The original buildings which skirt the lane will house a bathroom, sitting room, another bedroom and an office. I'm concerned their budget will barely cover the cost of the new build, let alone restoring structures which have been exposed to the elements for decades.
So the lime has gone, as you can see. The rain and water has actually been seeping in through the wall. So how do you keep the walls?
So far we've been thinking of lime render and hemp.
You have a dilemma here that the cost associated with lime mortaring these walls is going to be very expensive. And the reason it's expensive is because it's all labour.
We have to deliver ourselves.
You'll be able to lime mortar that wall, but you won't be able to point it. And that'll reduce your cost.
Taking on the lime rendering work themselves will be crucial, but the extent of the work here is not to be underestimated. The mortar between every stone in each of the 6 existing buildings will need to be scraped out by them and then replaced by a professional. I believe they need to scale back their plans.
You have to save money. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Now, in my opinion, based on your budget, you will only be able to afford to do your extension and that portion of your building. You're going to have to think about this. So you're going to have a fabulous home. That work can take place at another day.
I know that we are trying to do an awful lot with the budget we have.
Huge.
But I'm so bullheaded that I try my best to everywhere I could to make it.
When Hugh said about not doing this side, I don't know. I kind of want to do that side as well as the new build, just because our bedroom is going to be there. So yeah, we have a lot to think about again. Even though we've thought a lot anyway, but no, yeah, we're back kind of to the drawing board now again.
So what's your time frame?
We're in no hurry to move from where we are renting.
You're renting.
But we obviously want to free up that rent money to spend it on this. So we were thinking of maybe getting a mobile home in.
As well as reducing their living costs by decamping to a mobile home, they plan to supplement their budget with the vacant property refurbishment grant for empty or derelict buildings.
We've applied for the derelict building grant as well.
Oh, I think you're in with a chance.
So hopefully we should.
Do you think?
And have you set out your budget, item by item?
No.
Okay, so you have to get your Excel sheet
Yeah.
and put stuff down. Honestly, because you can't go into this in a wing and a prayer.
No, that's...
That's usually what we do.
Yeah,
but
that's what we usually do.
It's too much money. You do need to put some manners on it, otherwise it'll become overwhelming.
Okay.
This is something we can't wing, really, is it?
No.
I don't want to clip this big, dreaming couple's wings, but this field of ruins presents one of the most challenging projects I've encountered.
My concern is actually the size and scale of the project, and I believe that the budget isn't there.
I'm concerned that each one of these old structures needs careful restoration, which will take time and require professional skills.
They're going to have to trim their sails and focus on which elements of this project they can deliver within their constraints.
Emily and Tommy's daunting restoration plans are driven by the need for a permanent home. They're renting part of a barn a short walk away from the site.
At the moment, we're living in a converted barn. It's very small. I think we've outgrown it now with a dog and a cat and all our things. We just don't have much storage.
It's a long time renting, so we're just excited to get our own place and see what we can do with it. Put our own stamp on it.
To date, Emily and Tommy have chalked up restoration practice by doing up their camper van and souping up their compact living space.
I put in a new kitchen unit, so countertop, presses, put in a few shelves, and then we put in a breakfast bar then as well lately. I'm tired of renting. Everyone's tired of renting. You know, you kind of put money into something that's not yours, and you have to ask permission about doing things, and just can't wait to just do that with our own.
Yeah, so working on the kitchen of the place we're renting at the moment and the camper vans has given us a taste of this big project, and I think we can do it.
It does give me confidence in what I can do on the house itself.
Yeah, our friends always say that we're just crazy and why are we doing this? But at the end of the day, it's just who we are. We just love hardship, I guess.
3 weeks after my visit, as March comes to an end, the project is springing into action. Graphic designer Tommy's donning his hard hat to knock ruined walls at the edge of the site for access.
Oh, it's exciting, and it's kind of freeing as well. I've just drove in a digger and started digging up my own site.
Tommy's looking for fast progress.
Once that's down, we can actually start putting in the new pieces then and start digging out for the foundation. I'm ready to get digging.
But almost straight away, the building puts the brakes on.
I had to stop digging because we found these old carved stones, and we need stones to stave the other building.
If Tommy's not careful today, though, the fragile walls of their future bathroom and bedroom could also crumble.
Today's job could go wrong if I start moving those blocks that the main building that we want to keep might fall down. I'm going to do the rest by hand. It's a little bit too delicate to touch with a digger now, but seeing how easy that came down, the rest of it mightn't be able to be saved.
Tommy cares about protecting these walls because they've always been part of his life. His parents, Joan and PJ, live alongside the site.
So we built here and the lads played down there the whole time, in and out through the rooms, and Tommy just always loved it. But there's a photograph of Tommy standing very pensive with a small toy tractor when he's about 3 standing down there. And he amazes me, like, that he can do a lot of stuff himself.
The scale of this project requires superhuman optimism. Even clearing the site is a tall order. Back on ground level, the walls of the buildings need careful tending and support if they are to stand a chance of being saved. Emily now spends her evenings after school scraping out the dead mortar so that new pointing can begin.
I'm just trying to get all the lime out of the stonework so we can repoint, or the builder can repoint it. That's one job I'm not going to do.
The more Emily scrapes away, the more apparent it is just how much work the walls need.
The worry I have is when you can see through to the other side, that's never a good sign because that might mean that the wall is quite unstable. So we'll see what the builder says about that. We're no experts in this. We're basically winging this as we go along. And most of the reason is we do love hardship and we love a challenge.
Despite Emily's enthusiasm, for now, they have to put some brakes on progress.
We're applying for, it's called the Vacant Home Grant, and we're applying for that. The worry with the grant is that it'll slow us down. We can't touch the old buildings, as in moving forward and building them back up until the grant is approved. So we're kind of stuck to just cleaning up around them for the moment.
While they wait for sign-off on the grant, they can't work on the buildings. But Tommy and Emily keep busy on an entirely separate project, laying out a festival-style chill area. By mid-June, they've also made room for a significant new arrival, their mobile home.
So we bought the mobile home for $7,500, a little bit more, and it works out as same as our rent for the year. So we still have a good kind of lifestyle as well as being here and working quicker on the site. She's in.
A month later, in advance of their vacant property grant being signed off, the council have now viewed the site so work can start. They've installed their well and roped in Tommy's dad, PJ.
So today we've rented a mini digger and a little dumper, so we're going to go inside the buildings and start clearing out the floors of the house. Yeah, myself and my dad were racing as we came down. You wouldn't want to be in a hurry. Is there a second gear on that?
I help Tommy out when I get a chance, when I'm able to. He's the boss. I just do what I'm told.
School's out for summer, so teacher Emily's able to spend more time on site.
Yeah, I am impressed with how we're getting on. We're learning something every day. Our career is nothing to do with this, but we're loving it.
Today is about finding the depth of how far the walls go down so we can find where we can start pouring our floors. The deeper, the better for us, so we can get a bit more headroom inside here.
Unfortunately, it's not a happy finding.
I was hoping the wall would be deeper than this, to give us at least one more block. It would have given us a bit more headroom.
It's a risky business.
Yeah, there's always the worry of messing with the integrity of the walls. If we dig too much or we grab a stone that's holding the walls, they could fall down. And even spinning around with this, if you touched one of the walls, you could put a crack in them and stuff. I'm after doing it in one of the sheds, so.
But with their love for the old stones and passion for developing the garden around the site, distractions slow progress.
We keep trying to find flat rocks for the garden piece. I'm like, oh, that's a nice rock. Man, I'm building a house makes you a weirdo.
A month and a half later, as August and the school holidays come to a close, I've come to visit, but I'm not seeing significant progress.
Morning.
How are we?
Good.
Good. Beautiful sunny day. Look.
Yeah.
I hear there's news about the grant.
So we were conditionally approved of 70,000.
But that gives you a year.
Year, 13 months, I think is,
Fine.
yeah, basically a year.
So that puts you under time pressure?
It does, and it will, but I think we need it, because so far I've been doing an awful lot of work myself. I think we kind of need to start pushing on with it a bit quicker now.
Let's go over
Yeah.
there now. Come on.
I agree with Tommy that they need to push on in order to be in within a year.
So you've 320,000. How is that funded?
Hopefully within a month or less, we should have a mortgage. We did get a small home renovation loan on the buildings we have here, and that's what's been keeping us moving,
Funding it.
funding us.
The bank won't sign off their mortgage until the grant is approved.
But at a point you'll run out.
Yeah, I'd say within the next month and a half, we'll probably run out.
So that mortgage is really critical.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If they don't give us approval, we'll figure out something else.
Love that. Love that comment.
I hope they have a more solid plan for hitting the grant's one-year deadline.
So what's your timeline?
That's a worrying silence.
Not a clue yet.
Your guess is
That's
as good as...
Yeah.
So now a couple of things you need to bear in mind. The winter's going to come, the rain's going to come. And it will actually get in to the walls. And if you have frost,
It'll crack it.
it'll crack.
Okay.
Ideally, where you want to be is to have the roofs on those buildings by October. And that means that you can work inside.
I believe roofing the building is an urgent priority. It's tough love time.
Okay.
Okay? Sure, honestly, Tommy, come
No,
on.
I
Come
know,
on
I
now.
know.
None of that now, giggly. If you do that, you can spend the winter in there.
Yeah.
At the moment, you can't do any work over the winter.
No.
So you have to order the steel and the timber and everything.
Yeah.
You're
You've
going to put the
ordered it?
timber on,
No. It will be. But so far, everything we've gone to do has just cruised through similarly. So.
Well, now, can I give you a bit of advice?
Yeah.
It won't.
Okay.
Don't burst our bubble.
I'm not. I'm just. You need to do out a building program because some things take ages to order. Windows take ages. You're looking at 12, 14 weeks delivery of things like that.
Yeah.
But there'll be other items that have long lead times, and you need to be aware of them.
Okay.
So I doubt you'll get your roof because you haven't ordered. But you have to get out of the floors and really engage with how you're going to build the building. It's just very important because otherwise you are overwhelmed.
Yeah. No, we do get overwhelmed. Now we're even more overwhelmed. Thanks.
Not at all.
Emily and Tommy have a hard deadline of a year to finish this ambitious project. They need to make a solid plan and spring straight into dynamic action. Or I believe they'll lose their grant and this project will remain unfinished. Restoration first-timers Emily Lewis and Tommy MacDonald have just 1 year to complete their ambitious transformation of ruined farm buildings in order to access a crucial derelict property refurbishment grant. It's November, 2 months into the countdown, and after a slow start, they've brought in builder and Tommy's school friend, Cian Doyle.
We're going to hop on the digger soon, get the wall down for the utility room, and when that's done, we're hopping on the scaffold behind me here, and we're going to start stripping the gable right down to the ground.
Cian believes the walls are in a worse state than they first appeared.
When it was completely in ivy, everything looked hunky-dory, you know, it just looked proper, like a standard wall, but like I say, when Tommy stripped it back for us, as you can see, it's just in terrible condition. It's horrendous, it's crumbling like hell. The lime is completely dead.
Without lime to hold them in place, the stones are potentially dangerous.
Well, we have to really be careful in what we do here today. Concentration is a must. The stability of the wall will be the major issue when we're up there, because if you put a hand wrong or a foot on the wall, like I say, it could press it the wrong direction on you, and if one of us are on one side and someone's on the other, that's when catastrophic things can happen.
Oh. That was safe. Yeah. The whole wall is supposed to come down, but wasn't expecting to come down that quick or easy.
It's progress, but there are still no firm plans in place.
Since Hugh's been here, he kind of made us think that we need to plan ahead a bit more, because we're a bit like, oh yeah, we'll just do that, but we don't think ahead. So talking to the builder and seeing what the next steps are, not just doing what needs to be done now. So we did do that. We had a big chat with Cian, and he's told us exactly what the steps are. So we've done that, and we haven't done an Excel sheet like he recommended, but it's on the list, the never-ending list.
For this live-in-the-moment couple, admin is not popular.
So the mortgage has been the most stressful part of the build. It's still kind of ongoing to get the first draw down.
Paperwork has taken over a lot of our time, and mentally, it's been so draining. That just doesn't suit me and Tommy at all. We rather just be hands-on and just see the progress. So most of my evenings now with me and Tommy just sitting down and going through paperwork. That's been our life for the last few weeks.
To give them a break from site, I've organised for them to find out more about their building's history. Tommy's dad's cousin inherited them when he married into the family living there. There are no precise records of when their buildings were constructed, but they are first officially recorded in 1850 as part of the townland of Bahana, on land owned by the Kavanagh family, who were based at Borris House. Tommy and Emily are meeting Borris resident and academic Edmund Joyce, who has an in-depth knowledge of the Kavanagh's family records.
So it's known that your house appears on the First of West map, which was surveyed in 1838, and we have earlier records of the townland of Bahana.
There's around there, isn't it?
And this is like the old ruins that we go down through the forest to the river.
Yeah, we walk down here.
The maps were commissioned by Lady Harriet Kavanagh, who ran the estate after her husband's death.
So in 1831, Lady Harriet gave birth to her fourth child, Arthur, and he was born without arms or legs. She was determined that he would lead a normal life, so she brought him on her travels.
Young Arthur let nothing stop him. As well as mastering horse riding using a specially adapted saddle, which still sits on his children's rocking horse, he embarked on epic travel adventures, but had to return to Borris when his 3 elder brothers died.
The estates then passed to Arthur.
That's actually amazing that he outlived everyone, considering that he was born with the most challenges.
Exactly, yes.
Despite his extreme physical challenges, Arthur and his mother proved to have a flair for dynamic leadership.
So both Lady Harriet and Arthur were extraordinary in terms of landlords at the time.
Like his mother, Arthur was committed to supporting industry and rights for his tenants. He built the local railway, which ran near to Tommy and Emily's cottages, including an impressive viaduct. Arthur also proposed a fund for tenant farmers to purchase their property.
So in the 1860s, Arthur became an MP, and he was an MP initially for Wexford and then for Carlow.
Kavanagh is still celebrated as the first quadriplegic Westminster MP. He was unstoppable in his ambition for himself and his tenants.
And he strived for tenants' rights. And although he wasn't actually still in politics when the Land Act was implemented, it was actually based on the suggestions that he had made. And it's probably during that point that your land transferred into the ownership of your family.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Thanks to Arthur, in 1915, Mary Murphy, great-grandmother of the last tenant, was able to purchase her home, Tommy and Emily's cottages, eventually bringing their ownership into Tommy's family. Back in the 21st century, with the new year, they finally get sign-off and are able to draw down on their mortgage. This allows builder Keane to begin constructing block walls for the new build, and with help from Tommy to jigsaw together stones, constructing an exterior which matches the old buildings. Meanwhile, Emily is just back from Wales with big news.
I went home for 2 weeks for Christmas, which was lovely. And this year was extra special because we had some exciting news to tell our parents. So in June, we're expecting a little baby. So that's really exciting.
I think there's going to be more emphasis on trying to get it finished. We know we're going to still be in the mobile till probably the end of the summer, but maybe even until Christmas, but there'll be more of a push on it to get it done, where if it was just the two of us, we're a bit more relaxed. We don't mind being in the mobile, but I think another person in there and buggies and everything else is going to get tight.
But 3 months of bad weather later, there's little progress on site. There are still no roofs on any buildings.
Since we started here, we've only literally worked one whole week proper, you know. It's all been 2-3 days.
Today, Tommy and Keane have decided to brave the rain. The end gable of their planned bedroom has become dangerously unstable.
The roof was off it too long. Even a strong wind or gust, that wall was so poorly structured that anything would have blown it down.
With no protection from the elements, this gable was not the first to go. The number of original walls is decreasing rapidly.
During the week we were working on the digger back there, and the bucket just happened to touch the wall and it waved like a wave crashing in the sea, so we just decided that it had to come down, structurally unsound.
On the other side of the yard, another gable has also fallen.
Johnny and Keane were starting to put in the new doorway for the bedroom, and they moved one stone and the whole thing just sagged down on top of itself, so we're kind of left with half a gable in there at the moment. So it's going to be half stone, half block with a nice, I don't know, skimmed render on it. I think if we lose any more walls, we're not going to have much of the old buildings left, but it's important to me to keep these old buildings here. It'll be amazing to see it all and brought back to life.
While the rest of the project stalls and fails, Tommy's sped ahead with bringing life back to an old shed.
We prioritised the sheds because first we needed storage for any of the stuff we had. The other thing was that I'm hoping to do most of the work myself on the house, roof-wise, and so the shed was going to be practiced. So I put the roof on the shed and put the windows in the shed, and I don't know if you can see it, but as you went along, it got better and better. The first window's actually sideways, so taking on doing the roof myself is kind of a bit mad to think that I could do it, but financially it's the way we have to go in it, so hopefully I won't make mistakes on it.
May comes with improved weather. Foundations are laid, but plans are not.
So Hugh told us that we should get ahead on ourselves and start ordering windows and stuff. We still haven't done that, and we're still on the same approach. We're just taking things as they appear to us. But the pipes need to start going in. You need to start making decisions on where taps and sinks and everything, the toilets and everything are going. So I think we have to lose that approach fairly soon and really change our attitude.
Emily, however, is in full planning and nesting mode.
So the baby's due in 2.5 weeks, so not long to go now. So the last week I've been back in Wales to see my family and friends, which was really nice. A lot of baby prep, my mum washing the clothes and just making sure I have everything.
It looks like something out of Star Trek or something. It's all a bit daunting.
What?
Just come home from the hospital and then you have to look after another little human being.
We can barely look after ourselves, can we?
It's all baby stuff in the house now. It's kind of overwhelming, really, to see it all, but it's like also exciting because, oh, it's going to be a little kid in this now in the next 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I'm really excited about the baby coming. Yeah, Tommy's saying that we'll be in by Christmas, and I keep asking him Christmas for what year. I'm not sure whether we'll be in for this Christmas, but if we are, I'm so excited.
With the baby on the way, the couple are pushing themselves to make decisions.
Door into the bathroom, door into the kitchen. Then we need to figure out what we need to do in there.
I think the bathroom looks tiny.
It's not, it's massive.
I can't picture where everything will go because it just looks so small.
But you're thinking of the shower like as like the little bloody plastically floor things. It's not going to be that.
No, I know.
It's going to be one of these open kind of wet room ones that you could like have a glass piece coming out to here, and now it's that long.
But it's really narrow, isn't it?
Yeah, but sure, how big are you?
I'm quite big now. What's wrong? Like, it's just too small. Not much we can do about it now, is it?
There's plenty of room. Well, wait till the walls go. You'll be happy out.
But the arrival of the baby is focusing Emily's mind, and she's keen to reduce the scale of the plan. At present, against my advice, they're still working on the old buildings on either side of the site.
So we'll have to focus on this bit and that bit because the grant is due. Like they want it to be livable in 5 months, and it doesn't. You know, we can't focus on the rest of it because we won't have time or the money.
Yeah. We're under pressure.
Yeah.
Like 5 months to get this done, and then financially we don't know if we have it to build the whole thing. So.
No, and we really need that grant to be able to.
Definitely.
We'll get it done.
I don't know. There is an awful lot of pressure, especially when you're kind of guessing what you're doing as you go along. So.
The end of May brings joyful new beginnings with the arrival of baby Ellis. A few weeks and no rest later, I'm calling by to meet the brand new Baba.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You all excited?
Yeah.
And check in on progress. They've raised the wall levels, but there's been no progress on roofing the buildings. And the plants are having a field day on the walls Emily spent so much time on. While Ellis takes a nap, I've asked Tommy to update me on plans.
So how'd you roof this?
I'm still trying to figure that out.
Thankfully, there's some good news.
And the grant is up in October, but we just got clarification that we have an extension on it. So.
Which is great.
Yeah.
Their grant deadline has been extended by 6 months to April 2025. But with so little done, that still presents a significant challenge.
You're gassed, Tommy. You're chilled out.
You have to be when you're doing something like this, or you'll go mad.
So I think we should put pen to paper
Yeah.
and see what a program looks like and also what money looks like.
Yeah.
Will we do that?
I'm on for that, yeah.
Right.
The time has come to make firm plans. Emily and Ellis are joining us under the finished roof of the shed.
Budget.
Yeah. So what is the budget?
200,000.
Their planned budget has now dropped from 275,000 to 200,000 to reduce what they have to pay back in the years ahead.
And I've spent how much today?
70.
That's doable.
Sorry?
That's doable.
In my opinion, it's not.
They need to itemise specific costs.
So how much is the floor?
Said 3,000 for the floor.
Right, block work.
Yeah, that's a lot. The labour's a lot, so it's going to be expensive to do the block work.
That's good. That's a good answer, isn't it? So how much is the roof? Don't tell me it's going to take a lot.
Don't know. No, I'd say if we go
But
down...
you'll have to get to know.
We're doing fairly well already, though.
Well, you aren't actually, but go on.
Now, on to the programme of works.
So how long will the roof take?
For sure, I can't touch this till the block work is done, so that'll be August.
End of September.
Yeah.
Yeah, how long?
So I'm getting quicker at it.
Don't underestimate it.
You underestimate me, though.
Well, I don't, Tommy, but I do think you have to be realistic.
We are trying to be realistic, and we know that it's very expensive to do everything we're doing. So I understand that that one is not realistic, but if I stick to it as far as I can, throw everything at it now.
No, I know that,
blow.
but Tommy, that might be costing you money.
In what way?
Well, you see, you haven't worked out the roof details.
At this point, the non-planned learning-on-the-job approach is blocking getting roofs on, which could mean further damage to the ever-diminishing old walls, and ultimately money wasted repairing or worse, replacing them.
So we have 10k left.
I'm not worried.
I know you're not, Tommy, but I'm just saying to you, you know, you're a year at this already, and things haven't moved along as you'd hoped. But what you don't want is to actually get to February or March, have a fabulous shell finished, but you're not in there, and you lose the 70 grand.
A year and a half of bad weather and delays since I first visited Tommy MacDonald and Emily Lewis's ambitious restoration of ruined farm buildings. Builder Keane and his team are at last able to move block work on fast. I'm keen to see Emily and Tommy again as soon as I can to ensure that they are now planning in advance with the roofing and re-inspire them to push to reach the finish line.
I brought you here today to Longford because I just think this is an amazing collection of buildings which now form a quadrangle. And you've got the mix of the old and the new, which is what you're going to have.
Yeah.
I want Tommy and Emily to see that an apparent small difference in the window height can make a big difference to the way a house feels.
Well, what are your first impressions?
No, I like it. I like the windows, the height of it.
Yeah, it's a good size. It's nice.
Now, you need to reflect on this.
Is ours the same height now?
You see the shelving unit?
Yeah.
It's actually at that height. So all of a sudden this room will be lower.
Yeah.
But the reason the room works is a couple of reasons. It's a lovely proportion. The height of the ceiling. The fact that the doors go right up to the ceiling. So a standard door is 2.1, which is the height of the door behind you.
Yeah.
So if you could imagine that door being there, it changes the whole proportion of the room. And all of a sudden, all the canopy of the trees would be gone.
Yeah, you're losing a lot of light as well.
Huge amount of light.
It's kind of dark enough in here as well. Isn't it?
Well, Tom, wash your mouth out. My goodness.
As well as window height, I want them to pin down their design plans for how their house will meet the garden.
Isn't this great?
Lovely.
So, what's interesting about this overhang is you're proposing an overhang. And that's actually why I'm delighted to have brought you here.
They need to think about and finalise every part of their plans.
So you need to know how you achieve that threshold detail. So you don't have a step.
Yeah, these are things that we would never
No, but
think of.
Yeah, but by not having a step, all of a sudden this is all one room, and particularly with the overhang.
Yeah.
And imagine your view
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the sunlight coming in here in the evening.
Yeah.
It'll be just magnificent. Looking out from the mobile home, and it's still not there.
Yeah,
How
no,
do you
that
feel
is-
about that?
That is daunting sometimes, especially with the weather, and it's hard, and it's hard to kind of still have the love for the build. But today has definitely helped.
But help can only go so far. Months pass with painstaking progress on what has become a taller roof than planned. Finally, in November, with only 3 months to the end of their extended grant deadline, Tommy and Emily shell out for a roofer to tackle the complicated flat area of the new build central section. With December comes a significant step forward. Windows at last.
This is huge progress now for us. We can't believe that this day is here.
Based on our trip to Longford, they chose a ceiling-to-floor sliding door for their kitchen living area to make the most of their phenomenal views over the Barrow Valley. However, the house is still far from livable, and their grant deadline hits in just 4 months.
Yeah, so the hardest part of this project is that it is never ending. So you get to a point in a job that you have to get it done, and next minute there's 100 more things after it that has to be getting done, and you feel like you're never going to get to the end of it. Like, the windows was an amazing part to get in, but then it was like, oh, now it's dry and we have to get everything that's inside the house started, and then it starts, oh, the expense of that and the amount of work you have ahead of you. So it just feels overwhelming sometimes, and it's good to get away from it so, when you can.
Yeah, we are a little bit disappointed that we're not in by Christmas, but I don't even know what we were thinking. It's not even close to being it. But we're all going back to Wales for Christmas, so that'll be exciting. And his first Christmas will be back home.
A cosy Christmas within secure walls is in order. However, before December's out, Tommy and Emily face an unwelcomed shock when Storm Dara hurls a tree onto the mobile. A new year dawns. Emily's dad Keith and nephew Josh lend a hand with the roof. In the middle of January, I'm returning to St. Mullins for my final visit. The roadside buildings are beautifully pointed, but that's as far as the finished work goes.
Hello.
Hiya,
How are you?
how are you?
Emily, come here. Lovely to see you.
See you.
What?
Nice to see you.
Lovely, Tommy.
Hey, how are you?
Lovely to
Keeping
see
well?
you. It's great arriving up here. Not quite finished.
Oh, no.
This will be my last visit. This home is not complete 2 years in, but I am moved by its scale and promise.
Will we have a
Yeah.
look at the inside? Come on, Tommy.
Like the colour of the door?
I love it.
This pair took on a huge challenge. They've saved tumbling rooms and constructed a gigantic new build. But DIYing on a budget with limited support means there is no certainty as to when they will complete.
Look at the size of this. You can get your caravan in here,
We
can't you?
actually could, yeah.
It's just fabulous.
Yeah, even when it's unfinished.
After 2 years of work, they need and deserve praise for the scale and imagination behind this as yet unfinished grand plan. Even at this rough stage, the old walls within new walls approach is fresh and effective.
Who else will ever have a gem of a wall like that? I just love the window, the cut stone. Like, look at the granite.
Yeah, we like that it's internal as well, and you can see it throughout the house.
I wonder whether, if they had followed a more structured plan, they'd be in by now.
You've done a huge amount of work. Would you have done it differently?
No,
No, I think we still would have done it the same way. Maybe a bit more of a planning ahead.
Ooh, a novelty.
But then if that plan doesn't work out, then you're disappointed. I just don't see the point in planning ahead. We've done it, and we've done it our way, and it's worked, so.
Yeah. I appreciate that not everyone's in a rush. However, to get their derelict homes grant, this place must be livable by April.
When do you see this room that you can get out your mobile home, come in here, have your bathroom and your bedroom and all done?
June.
Yeah, June,
I think
start
yeah,
of June.
And if you're finished in June, how are you going to get the grant?
They said they'd probably give us another little bit of an extension if needed. They'll come back and assess where we're at.
While we're on the subject, how much have you spent to date?
180,000. Yeah.
But now you're into the expensive bit, is that fair?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, there's a lot of expense all at once now.
And how much have you left?
50.
50 left.
So I think that'll be a challenge.
Yeah, we know.
Well, you got this far.
Yeah.
Let's have a look around now at the rest of the house. Come on.
Beyond what will become the new utility, the last remains of the buildings on the far side of their land are now protected by a high A-framed roof which will house their wardrobe and ensuite.
So your bedroom has turned out to be just fabulous size. And your view is spectacular, isn't it?
Yeah, straight up onto Mount Brandon there.
So would it be fair to say you underestimated the scale of the project?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
And I'm sure it wasn't that easy to get here.
There was days that you're like, will we ever finish? Before Christmas, I fell out of love with it. Because I was just here every day.
A project on this scale needs people power, but there have been some advantages to the slow and steady approach.
I think because of the way you've gone about the building, interestingly, there are other opportunities arriving.
Yeah.
Because the old gable crumbled, their bedroom will be much larger than first planned, and the view is just smashing.
Yeah, that's what we realised as well. As we're doing it, we can see more options.
We were meant to be in a stone building here, but it was too deteriorated to keep. And it would have been a lot smaller, an awful lot smaller this room would have been.
Yeah.
But no, we like the fact now that the building is actually inside.
Yeah.
Like you're going to end up with the most spectacular home.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
Tommy and Emily have been on a very individual journey in terms of how they've managed this project. I'd have to tell you, I was very concerned if they'd ever get the roof on this project. But they have.
And in fact, as I look at it now, their home has much greater promise than I first imagined.
The stonework is just exemplary. They have a genuine eye for detail.
Which Emily's mum, Brenda, is taking in for the first time as they visit.
Oh, it's huge. So different.
I worried they would lose the essence of the site. But they've actually enhanced and celebrated it for Ellis and for generations to come. I hoped they would be in and finish sooner, but ultimately they did it their way. I think they rather enjoy their festival chic life in their mobile and camper van.
I'm quite sure that Tommy and Emily are going to deliver their dream home, but in their timeline.